and the Lord gave me the title Worldly Church Girl. Worldly Church Girl Live, just like Worldly Church Girl podcast, it's not preachy, it's not worldly, it's informative, it's fun, it's here to teach, and it's here to reach. So sit back and relax and enjoy Worldly Church Girl Live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Worldly Church Girl. It's your girl, your host, Lillian Harshaw. On today's show, I have a special guest. I have two guests, and hopefully my other guest, she'll be coming up shortly, and I know she will, but that's all right. I still got my one girl, Nicole Bullock. We've been going through a lot this year during this pandemic, but this girl, she rocked it. She started her own business during this thing. She not only has she started her own fashion line, she started her own fashion line. Do y'all hear me? I mean, she's killing it, and I'm so proud of her. We've been knowing each other for a flip, actually. Like, we used to work together back at JCPenney as hairstylists, and we actually knew each other back since high school. We go way back, like Cadillac seats. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So it gives me great honor to introduce to y'all my girl, Nicole. What's up, Nicole?
Hi, Lillian. Hey. I just want to say that I'm so proud of you. And we have known each other for years, and you have always been this funny, this pleasant, and I think this is your lane, and I'm excited for you.
Oh, thank you. I think you in your lane.
Thanks, Boo.
Okay, I'm gonna go back a little bit. Do you remember when we was in Penny's and we were both talking about how we both hated to smile?
Yep.
And now we smile all the time.
All the time. I know I'm known for mine. I know you're known for yours. Everybody talks about my smile. And it's just like, that's all we do.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't want to smile. I'm a mug in every picture I take. No. And you can't make me smile. I'm not showing that 1, 2. No.
Can't help it.
Now we just all Kool-Aid and everything. Okay, so I want you to tell everybody first about, okay, you choose. You tell everybody about either your hair business or your clothing line.
Well, I'll start out. I was a hairstylist for over 20 years. I got my license in 1998 and did hair part-time pretty much the whole time that I did hair. I've always worked full-time, but I've always loved fashion. I've always loved hair. They kind of go hand in hand. I decided to go ahead and retire from being a hairstylist. Just because I was ready to be home more. Doing hair, your weekends, you give up your weekends, your evenings, and I was just getting tired. Mm-hmm. And I decided that I could do something that could possibly make me money while I'm asleep. So that was
ain't that it?
That was my intent. So that's kind of how that got going. Like I said, I still get my hair kicks from styling wigs and creating wigs. I have girls, so I still have to do their hair. So
yeah,
it never really goes away.
No, it really don't. No, because I know about the retirement thing. See, I had to stop because I didn't even tell y'all because my left hand started acting up, so I had to quit. It started cramping up. I can't even really do hair like that. I got like a 2-hour limit, and I gotta stop.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had to cut it off.
It kind of happens to us even now. I know with the cramp you're talking about. Any type of braiding is like I have to take long breaks.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it sucks. But your wigs are the bomb. I'm still getting my wig, my multicolored wig while you're playing. I'm still getting mine. Even though I don't know. I tried my daughter's wig on, and I don't know if I'm really a wig girl.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people can't rock a wig because it look like a wig on them.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I gotta pray about it. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, but tell me about your clothing line though. It's dope.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you. This is one of our newest creations, the Queen and King sweatshirt. Like I said, fashion just goes hand in hand with hair and makeup, and I enjoy them all, as I know you do.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, it's been going very well, even with the pandemic. I started it last year with um, Limitless Growth Girl Teak, which my youngest daughter and I are the owners of that. And then I decided to expand it to women's clothing as well,
Mm-hmm.
just because I wanted to kind of get in it. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying taking the pictures. I'm enjoying the people that I'm meeting, the marketing that I'm doing. That's
Mm-hmm.
been interesting. I'm loving it all.
Yeah, your blooper reel's funny.
I'm a goof. I'm a goof. And I just like being able to be myself.
Mm-hmm.
I like to show people I'm not perfect. I hate to present like I am. I just like to
Right.
be who I am. And I'm goofy and I make mistakes and I'm clumsy and I show that.
Yeah. The one where you trip, I was like, you know what?
That is me. That is me
Okay.
all day.
All right. All that me and you both. Just a mess. Okay, so I have questions that will send to me that that people always ask us stylists
Mhm.
as far as hair care, because basically everybody's doing their hair at home right now,
Yeah.
which we cringe as stylists of people doing their hair at home because they usually come to us, so we gotta fix it and repair it. And then when we get it healthy, they disappear for about 6 months and then they come back and it's jacked up all over again. But
Yeah.
since everybody's, kind of in this predicament where they got to do their hair, at least for who knows for how long
Mhm.
again,
Mhm.
these are questions that they have for us. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So, here's question number one. I want to light my hair, but it's already colored a dark brown. Can I do it without bleaching it?
It's already a light brown
No, a dark brown.
or a dark brown.
Yeah, and they want to do it without bleach. They want to use like a light block box color and lighten it with that.
No box color. As a hairstylist, we don't like box colors
I know.
at all.
Mm-mm.
Um, because of the possible different things that are in those that make the hair hard to manipulate later. But if it's a dark brown, no, it's going to be. It depends on how light they want it. You may get some level of lift with a permanent color,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not going to be very light.
Mm-hmm. I always find out that your roots will lighten up,
Yeah,
but that's about it.
yeah,
That's about
exactly.
it. Okay. My edges are thinning, and what can I do? Can I get them to grow back?
I use tried and true.
Mm-hmm.
I had an experience not too long ago with some braids that ripped all my little
I
edges.
blame I blame them braiders for that, for trying to braid your brains. But go ahead, I'm listening.
Yes, it just came out in a spot. And
Mm,
tried and true Jamaican black castor oil worked for me.
really?
I use that every other day on them edges, and them edges came back thick and
Really?
full. Yeah,
Really? Hey,
I
Breezy, get out of here. Okay.
yeah, and I can say this happened to me pretty recently, maybe about a year or so ago, and I was mortified. And I had read up and read something about the Jamaican black castor
Where'd
oil.
you
And went
get
on
it
to
at?
try it. I got it at Sally's, the
Okay.
one that I had. I just got it as walked in Sally's and picked some up,
Hmm.
and I oil that area every other day.
Was it real
And
heavy or greasy?
it is a little heavy, but you're only putting it in those areas that need it. You're not going to put a whole bunch, but it is a thick product. Um, it didn't affect how I was doing my hair,
Mm-hmm.
say that, but it did work. I noticed within the first 2 weeks of that hair starting to grow back, and it was ripped out.
Mm-hmm.
So it
But
worked for
Breezy,
me.
for real, they braided my brain. The last time I got some braids, for real, they braided my brains. I mean,
Uh-huh.
all this, like, I already got a big forehead, so it was like they literally like whipped this further back. It hurts so bad. And
Yes.
day 3, like 5 braids fell out.
Uh,
I was so mad. I was like, if I leave these braids in 2 more weeks, I ain't gonna have no hair. They braided way too tight. So
and mine was just around that perimeter, and it was right in here, and I kept trying to spray it with water to loosen it, just everything,
no,
and it finally just lifted up, and that it was a bald spot.
yeah, you can't trust them.
But the naked
Not
black cat,
all of them, but some of them are. There was one I went to, but she stopped braiding, and
Mhm.
I was hurt. My baby feelings was hurt, but yeah. But anyway, let's neither here nor there. Um, I want to go natural, but I don't want to do the big chop. What can I do?
You don't want to do the big chop?
She don't want to do a big
And
chop.
oh, this is a question.
Yeah.
So you will start doing some
No, I'm already
protective.
natural up under here, but
If you want to go natural and you
mm,
want to transition, first thing you want to do is stop the heat. Whatever heat you're putting on it, stop it. And
mm-hmm,
then you want to start going with protective styles, styles that are low manipulation, no heat. You want to do those type of styles, whether that's braiding, twist outs, um, rod sets, depending on the length of the hair,
mm-hmm,
um, weaves, where you're just giving your hair a break, weaves, wigs, and your hair is braided under there, but no heat.
mm-hmm.
That, that's what you want to start with.
Okay. Now, what if their hair is just breaking off like ridiculous? And because when a lot of people are trying to go from natural or from a relaxer to natural, and they keep combing it, and they got all that breakage, and it just looks like who did it and why. That
Mhm.
transition stage, where what do you suggest to that person? Do they need to just go ahead and just bite?
My suggestion is, and because I'm not afraid just to cut, is to cut it out.
Mm-hmm,
But not everyone is like that. And I suggest usually trying to start some treatments to get some strength back in that hair. Maybe a
mm-hmm.
protein treatment once a month. And in between those times, you're conditioning under the dryer, the steamer, something like that to start rebuilding that strength in the hair.
Okay.
And then cut as you go, trim as you go,
Okay.
if you're afraid to do that big chop.
Actually, that's the next question. How often should I trim my hair?
I normally say if you're natural and you're not doing any heat styling, then twice a year, once every 6 months. If you are doing heat styling, I
Mm,
still say once every 8 weeks if you're doing more heat styling.
okay. All right. So, how do I keep my hair shiny without it looking greasy?
That comes with moisture, conditioning. I mean, there are light oils that will prevent your hair from looking greasy, but it really starts with that maintenance and that care
Hmm.
to bring out that natural luster and sheen.
Okay. Is mayonnaise really a good protein treatment?
I haven't used it, but they say it is. Mayonnaise and egg
I
is
can't make
a good
myself do
protein
it.
treatment. I haven't. I'm not. I don't even like mayonnaise, but I haven't. But
I use
I heard
Miracle Whip. I don't like mayonnaise.
Miracle Whip too, and people in my home say Miracle Whip. Yeah, we use Miracle
I
Whip.
like Miracle Whip. Yeah, we got Miracle Whip and mayonnaise in this house because I like Miracle Whip. But yeah, well, I know a lot of people that still put mayonnaise in their hair.
Yeah, mayonnaise and egg
Yeah, but I
for
just can't make myself do it. Mm-mm.
and they say they work.
Yeah.
A lot of DIYs. I would say try it and see if that works for you. I haven't done it personally.
Hmm. Okay. So how long should you leave a weave in or braids?
Well, I always say it depends, but most weaves you can get between 2 to 3 months with maintenance. But like you said, a lot of people aren't going to stylists right now. Um, you definitely want to take care of that hair under there. Definitely.
Not under there.
You'll take
Up
care of
under
that
that
hair.
hood.
So I said between maybe 2 to 3 months.
Hmm. Now, okay. Now, what about that person that's attempt to do their own weave? They ain't that good at it though, but they try to do it themselves. Those,
Well,
especially quick weave.
yeah. And I didn't do much of quick weaves. I don't think those last very long. I think you may be able to get 2 to 3 weeks out of a quick weave.
It depends on how good you can smack that hair down.
Yeah, it depends on
Yeah.
your foundation. That's even if you're doing your own weaves and braiding your own hair. This depends
Right.
on how good your foundation is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you're getting from a professional.
Right. Right. Okay. Now, can you bleach locks?
Yes. Yes, you can. Yes, people do.
Because
But you want to take care of them. You
mm-hmm.
still want to condition
Mm-hmm.
like you would if your hair wasn't locked. But yes, you still can do that to locks. Yes.
Okay. Now, the people that are listening, y'all can ask questions too. This ain't just for me and the people who already asked them. Y'all can chime in too if you want to. All right. Next question. How often should you retwist your locks?
I have a daughter with locks, and the way her growth is, we only retwist once a month, maybe sometimes every 3 weeks, but generally it's about every 4 weeks that I retwist hers. But depending on the growth and how you want those to look.
So you need to talk to my daughter because I did her twist when she first started them, and I did them again the second time, like that month. And then this little girl, after that, now she probably twists them every 2 months. I'm like, if you don't start twisting your locks every month, and she's like, they're fine. I'm like, no, baby, that's not how that works.
It depends on the person. It depends on the person. What look they going for.
What a hot mess. No.
That's some folks,
No, I mean, but luckily for her, you can't really tell. But I can tell because I do hair, but no.
Are your daughters? Well, your oldest daughter, she was in the hair.
Yeah, she still do hair.
Okay,
and she's a beast. She get it from her mama. She's a beast.
Little twin.
Okay, it's scary. And she has a little girl, and she looks just like us. So it's just like it's like a little staircase.
Yeah, she looks exactly like you.
It's scary. It's so scary. And then what was funny, I was showing Zaya some pictures, and I showed Zaya a picture of me, and I was like, "Who's that?" She's like, "Me." I was like, "You know what?" I was like, "Yeah, fine." I was like, "Yeah, fine. It's you." Okay. Can you color treated hair like wigs? Like if the wig is already like the wig or the weave came to you and it's already got color on it, can you color it again?
Yeah, it depends on the color. Yeah.
Why do you say that? Well, like for instance,
because normally when hair is dark or has like a jet black or something really dark and someone wants it lifted, it can be done, but it kind of messes up the integrity of the hair a lot of times. It depends on the hair, but definitely if it's lighter colors or medium browns, lighter browns, definitely you can kind of get in there and redo it. But I find with darker colors and wanting to go lighter sometimes will mess up the integrity of the hair, but it can be done.
Now, I made the mistake once that I was trying to strip some color off some tracks, off that trick that they do with the what is it, the vinegar and baking soda. Girl, it melted the hair. Because because I didn't get my regular hair that I normally get. I bought a different brand of hair. It melted. I was so mad. I was so mad because when you're transitioning and you're in between, and so I was like, I didn't have a backup.
This was it.
I didn't have a plan B, and I was like, oh God.
This was it.
I was
Did
like,
did it have a smell? It was just.
I don't know. The hair it literally turned into mush. It was just, I was like, maybe once it dry, it'll be okay. And it just literally turned into like, it felt like Barbie hair that was melted. It just literally just disintegrated. I was so upset. I was like, I'm so glad this is quarantine right now, and can't nobody see.
Figure out something else.
I'm so glad my man loved me so.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, just make sure I won't buy that brand of hair again. I'll put it that way. Trying to save a little piece of change. Never again.
Yeah. It definitely depends on the hair.
And it was human hair. That's what even made me even madder. I was like, well, it must not have been that human. It was some type of alien in that hair or something. Let me see. But okay. Well, that's all I have as far as my questions are concerned. So where can people contact you, Miss Nicole?
Everybody can contact me on Instagram or Facebook at Styled by Nicole T. On both platforms. I think it's Styled by Nicole T on YouTube as well. But I don't really have a big presence on there. I'm mainly on Instagram and Facebook.
Well, you do have a video on there when you did your hair color on there. I follow you on there. I'm stalking you.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I want to document because I went back natural.
I know. What made you do that? What made you do that?
I missed it. I really missed it.
Did you?
When I had to curl that hair more than one time, that short hair, I was over it.
Yeah, but it was cute though.
It was cute, but I have gotten to it. I just,
Yeah, because I remember we made a deal that when we turned 40, we was gonna both cut off all our hair. I ain't do it.
I probably did it 2 or 3 times.
And well, you know what? Actually, I did, but you wouldn't have known because the weave was on top of it. I actually did a undercut. All this was gone because it was breaking off. I said, "Well, just forget it." So I cut all that off, and I just had a weave on top of it, and I just flipped it around. The best time ever with it. But you know what? This is Courtney. Oh, please. Hello. Hey.
Okay, so was it at 5:50?
No, but we on live right now. Go on your email.
I did. Call me.
Because I just go on your email and hit the link.
Okay.
All right, bye. She thought it was 5:50.
I know she's on a different. I think she's on Central Central. I think
Central time. Yeah, but that's why I say Indiana time. But it's all right. It's fine. I love her anyway. She's coming.
So do you miss being in the salon? And
I do. I miss all of it. Because we had so much fun. That whole JCPenney vibe that we had, that whole crew, it'll never be another crew like that again.
Nope. We got along so well. We had so much fun together, and it was just a bunch of talent.
Yeah, and I think it was a comedy show. It was a comedy show. I think the clients came. Yeah, we was good, but I think they came for the comedy show, especially Saturday. From 8 o'clock in the morning till 3, it was a straight comedy show. Here she is.
Okay.
Hey, girl. Are you in your car?
Okay, I cannot hear.
Courtney, we can hear you. Can you hear us? Okay. Can you hear us, Courtney?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't hear you. Why would that be?
I do not know. I don't know. Dust yourself off and try again. Get off and come back. You back?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear us?
I can't hear anything.
We can hear you. She's a mess.
No,
See, that's what happened. That's because she's famous. You know that, right?
She be doing her thing.
I know. She be on radio and TV. She's famous. Can you hear us, Courtney? Court.
Nope, she said she can't put something in the chat. She can't hear us.
Mm-mm. Courtney. Okay, she'll try again.
Yeah, she'll try it again.
Yeah, but we had so much freaking fun back then.
We did.
And I don't know who was worse, if it was Michael. And it was always the Jonas session between me and Michael and Courtney. And then you would chime in, and then Monica would chime in, and then oh my God, and then what is that woman's name? She would try to chime in, then Michael would cut her up. What is her name?
With the short hair?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I know who you're talking about.
I know. We probably shouldn't say her name, but you know what I'm talking about.
Marsha.
Yeah, Miss Marsha.
Miss Marsha.
And then oh God. And then Miss Marilyn had to put us all straight.
Mm-hmm. To get us together.
Mm-hmm. Bring us back to Jesus, because
yeah, we had fun. We
had a ball.
And I know I went back even a couple times after that.
I did. It was a ghost town.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Courtney. Can you hear? Can you hear? That's funny. I wonder if it's connected to her speakerphone in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Is it connected to your car? I bet it is.
I'll send her a chat. See, is it connected to her car?
Yeah. I bet it is.
Yeah, she's probably gonna try again.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm actually okay with retirement.
So how long you stopped doing hair?
You know, I had before the pandemic, I had already made up my mind that March of this year I would be done. And then everything
really?
Yeah, I knew I was going to be done before the pandemic. Once I moved, I just decided that I just didn't want to do a lot of running around. I had just, we'd done that for years.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to be, have my weekends and my evenings with my family. I just didn't want to do it anymore. I just,
mm-hmm.
I was over it. And like I said, I felt like, I could still do the things that I like to do and be able to do them from home. Like I said, I still work my full-time job, and
What do
I
you
was
do?
already working from home. I work in IT. I've been in IT for 11 years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
How long you been moved? How long you been gone?
It's been a little over a year.
Okay.
I got here May of 2019.
Okay.
Yep.
Dang. And why did you?
Mm-hmm.
And what made you move?
To be closer to family.
All right.
Yeah,
I
to
can
be closer
understand
to
that.
family down here. And I still have my job from Indianapolis. So I was already working from home before everything hit.
Right. Can,
Courtney.
can you hear us now? My guess is she cannot.
No. So yeah, so that was pretty much my decision. Then when the pandemic hit, it was like, well, it's
Yeah,
time to
real
go
excuse
into
now.
it.
Right. Right.
So like
Wow.
I said, I was gonna get that feel from styling the wigs and cutting and
Mhm.
coloring and
So when did you start making wigs though?
I started making wigs, really making them. I think that's been about around that time, about March or so, February or March, where I really started to take it seriously. I had
Mm-hmm.
already taken the class to learn how to sew them. I had already did that maybe a couple years ago, and I
Mm-hmm.
sewed. I sewed anyway, so that was a logical choice. But I knew I would want to get that feel,
Mm-hmm.
be able to still do hair, and so that's
Wow.
been fun. The wigs that I make are glueless, so I know I'm the type of person to take it off and put it back on in the morning.
Ain't that it? And here's the thing. I mean, when you first started making them, I was like, I didn't even know she could even make a wig. Now I wear one.
Yeah, because toward the end of me doing hair, I was only doing natural hair. I had stopped doing weave. I mean, I was just doing natural hair more,
Mhm.
silk presses and stuff like that.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know. Now, did you know how to make wigs when we was at Penny's?
Nope.
Girl, I was gonna say, because you could have made a killing.
Nope. I wasn't even really doing wigs back then.
Yeah, that's true. Because I think Courtney was probably the only one that was like really
Mm-hmm.
doing wigs
Yeah.
like that. Because matter of
Yeah.
fact, she was the first person that ever really gave me a good weave.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's when
Yeah,
I
she was rocking it.
yeah,
She sure
yeah,
was. I wasn't even doing them then.
yeah. Because she gave me she gave me my first one. That's when I got married, and my hair was short. Matter of fact, I had a faux hawk,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I remember.
and she burnt my neck on my wedding day. And laughed her tail off about it.
Yeah, y'all too, boy. Y'all have everybody rolling.
The two
Yeah,
left-handed people on the left-handed corner.
Yeah, we had a good time.
I was telling my daughter, she was asking me, do I still talk to her the other day? I was like, yeah, I still talk to her every now and again. And I was like, I remember when I first met her, I didn't like her. She was like, you didn't? I said, no. I said, I told her. So I didn't like her. She was like, you told her? I said, yeah, I told her. She said, what she do? I said, nothing, laugh. She said, why you didn't like her? I said, I thought she was too loud. I said, that's what I love about her the most now.
We had fun. And I used to think about, we used to come in there thinking we was cute. I used to do hair and heels, and I'm thinking, no, there's no way I could be doing some stuff. I barely can wear heels.
4-inch heels, just killing it. Couldn't tell us nothing.
Couldn't tell us nothing.
Oh, makeup and
this. I've been doing that.
8:00 in the morning, like we was about to go somewhere.
Yep.
It's stupid. That's why we all jacked up now.
Girl, right. I couldn't imagine trying. I could barely walk out the house in one. I couldn't imagine what we was doing.
Girl, I can't do heels except in some socks now. I'm in hair and socks.
Yeah.
wide leg, like like I can't do
Yeah.
your hair like that. Oh my
Down in
God, I
that
forgot
crown.
about that. Heels and skinny jeans. Well, if Joanne let us wear some skinny jeans,
Mm-hmm.
just
Be coming
swearing.
there cute.
And then Mr. Michael talk about us. Oh, y'all think y'all cute today? Oh no, I know I'm cute today.
I miss him.
I
Oh,
know that broke
I
my
miss
heart
him.
so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't. That was messed up. I was so messed up when
Yeah.
that happened.
Yeah, that was very surprising. Very
Yeah,
surprising.
because I didn't even know he was sick, and
Mm-mm.
until it was too late.
Yeah, he was very private.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah,
had fun with all them girls, and we acting crazy.
cutting up, bringing food in there, and then talk about us eating it. I'm like, you weren't bringing it in here. All right, it's gonna go to them hips. Well, why are you bringing it in here?
Yep.
Love
Oh,
me
that is
some Mr.
so true.
Michael. And him and Marsha was always in competition. Well, Marsha was in competition. He wasn't in no competition. He was just doing hair. He wasn't thinking about nobody. No,
Oh, I miss
man.
him.
Mm-hmm. So what's next on your agenda? You got any new outfits coming out or wigs coming out?
Definitely. It's been fun where I just don't put a lot of pressure on myself.
Mm-hmm.
When I feel like doing my wigs, I do my wigs. Right now, I've been focusing on the clothes because that's been fun and,
Mm-hmm.
um, you know, picking out stuff and creating new things. That's kind of where I'm at. And then I just kind of fit my wigs in. So some more wigs and clothing items will be coming up. We'll definitely continue to work on the King and Queen collection of different sweatshirts and different things like that. So we're just having fun. Little baby girl, she'll be back soon. She's been visiting her family,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll kick things back up with the girl Teak with her clothing. That fits sizes 7 to about 16, so tween sizes, tween girl sizes.
Okay. Now, how do
So
you
we'll
even
be
come
doing
up with your designs?
um so I have wholesalers that I get. Now this is our design, and my partner he created this design. So we just whatever we think about, we just kind of do. It's just one of those things where sky's the limit. Whatever you
Mm-hmm.
put your mind to, you just do. I
Hmm.
just love kind of living in this creative space. So
Wow. Because you be looking cute in your little outfits.
thank
I'm
you,
I'm
thank you.
like, look at her stepping out her comfort zone.
Yeah, it's that's been a big thing for me because I am very shy,
I know. I know
very
you
shy.
are. I mean, because you remember when we had that fashion show
Mm-hmm.
at Penny's?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in theory, I mean, you stepped out of that was the start of your future. I mean, because you stepped out of
Mm-hmm.
your little comfort zone then.
Yeah.
I mean, in theory, you
Yeah.
did. I mean,
It's
even though we weren't the models, we did all the we dressed
yeah.
everybody up and did their hair, but still.
But still, that definitely was one of those times where I had to kind of step out of myself
Mm,
and being in front of the camera and pictures. That's definitely a stretch for me too. But I'm learning and I'm enjoying it and just trying not to put too much pressure on myself or make a big deal out of it.
because this right here is definitely stepping out of my comfort zone. Do you hear me? Because
But you
I
do so what because you always had a wonderful sense of humor and confident. So it when
yeah,
I
but
watch
that's different behind the camera though. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I could do
yeah,
this in front of a person all day long, just
yeah.
and kicking. But people have been telling me like for past probably 9 months that I need to do
Mhm,
this, and I have
mhm,
been putting it off, making all kind of wonderful excuses of not doing it. I just didn't
mhm,
want to because this is a
mhm.
lot of pressure.
Yeah.
I know.
Keep on keeping on. You're doing good.
Thank you. I'm trying. I mean, God's been opening up a lot of doors that I would have never thought was even there. So,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
who knew that this goofiness would pay off?
I'll be cracking up. You've always had that good sense of humor. According to seeing her step out, I'm like,
Yeah,
wow.
girl. Because wait a minute. Because when I first saw her on Instagram, I was like, wait a minute. Who is this person? Harpo, who's this woman?
Uh-huh. Yes. I said, well, go, Courtney. She's so
I
poised
know.
and
I
know what you're
know.
talking about. She's doing very well. I love it.
Yeah, I said, look at her famous. She's her and her
Mm-hmm.
husband. They all
Mm-hmm.
educated and just doing the big things. And so I'm so proud of her and him.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to meet them.
Yeah, I've never met him in
And
person.
they invited us to come to Texas, but
Mm-hmm.
everything jumped off and all
Yeah.
that. But she's vegetarian now.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I told her, I was like, when we come to Vegas, I'm eating some meat. So, I mean, to Texas, I'm like, I'm eating some meat. I mean, I appreciate y'all healthiness, but I'm coming to
Yeah,
Texas.
I actually hit her up a couple times about the teaching the children from home. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's amazing.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
doing with that and
Mm-hmm.
what how she's come up with curriculums and with the children. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, because I even bought some of her vitamins,
Mm-hmm.
the squeeze. I forgot what the juice is called, but I bought some of that for me and my husband. We had that,
Mm-hmm.
and they're
Mm-hmm.
really good. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they really were. They wasn't bitter. They were tasty,
Mm-hmm.
but but yeah. But as far as I can't give up the meats. I'm just gonna keep it real. But I can't give up the meats and the porks and the bacon and the chicken.
You
I
you
can
can.
modify, I can cut it back, but I can't give it all up. So
It's a process.
yeah. Are you vegan?
I'm not vegan,
Oh,
but
okay.
I am more pescatarian.
And that is
I eat more fish.
okay.
So I cut out the
Yeah,
beef.
I love seafood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, seafood, yeah, I could do seafood all day long. But
Mhm.
no.
I want to become fully. It's a process. I'm not like cold turkey, but just baby steps.
Really?
Hmm.
Wow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Yeah.
hear you.
Oh my goodness. Finally. Y'all have no idea what I've been going through. I'm like, if it wasn't for my husband, y'all,
Thank
I swear,
Lord for the husband.
I'm telling you, because I know zero about that's why this is something. I can't put nothing together. Oh my God.
Well, we just got to compliment you and talking about you at the same time.
Oh, okay. I missed it. Look. What was y'all talking about? What y'all said
How
about?
you we are and how poised you are and you doing the thing. And I love what you're doing with the homeschooling. I'm just very impressed by that.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that was so nice. I know you said that, Nicole. What did you say, Lil? No, I'm just
I
playing.
said no.
No, I'm just playing. I know
Nobody,
you are always on my live supporting me, so
no,
I appreciate it.
no. I said that I was shocked when I saw you on Instagram. I was like, wait a minute, Harpo, who's this woman?
Oh yeah, you wasn't the only one because other people were like, "What? What do you do?" I was
Right.
like, "I know."
I
It
was
was
like,
a lot.
she's all educated and just
You
just.
You know what? I'm
I was
telling you, but you know what's so crazy is you know how you know a whole lot, but just from experience, but you really just you just use it. You don't never say it. You just use what you know. So when I really started talking about it, I was like, who is that? Who said that? Was that me? I'm like, y'all, that knowledge was in my head for real. But
I'm smart. Shut up.
Right. I was like, dang, I remember all of that. But I mean, I guess it's kind of easy because I still do all the stuff right now. I still do hair. So it makes it easy to remember everything that I'm trying to share. And sometimes I'm like, oh my God, this video is 30 minutes long. I know these people are like, if you don't be quiet. But
what I'm impressed with that you can talk just you without somebody else for 30 minutes, because I can't do it. I need somebody else to talk with.
Really? No.
Yes. I can't be sitting there talking by myself with no interaction.
Really? No, and it's so, I mean, I'm always nervous, but I always say I like to be nervous because it lets me know I'm not comfortable, that it keeps me on my toes, actually engaged, because I don't feel like I got it, but I think it's supposed to be like that. And I think I like doing things that make me feel uncomfortable. I think that's why I talk so long, because I'm like, okay, well, if I'm uncomfortable, I say me a quick prayer before I go on, so I don't start lying to y'all when I get halfway through the video. And Lord, just let this be the truth, and that's it. And so I just go from there. So,
well, I applaud you both, because
You don't like the camera, really? Wow.
No, I don't like it either.
I know that I have to start. I mean, videos where it's better.
Yeah, getting out there. Yeah. And it does help, though. It helps because I didn't come up with the idea. I did not come up with doing that. That was all my husband. And it's funny because you never see him on camera. It was all him talking about, I need you to be more present on social media. And y'all know me, I'm old school. Call me. Didn't I just say that, Lillian?
You did.
Me. Yeah. But I mean, since it's that time, I just had to really step into really an unknown area. I mean, social media for me, okay, Facebook, Instagram, but when you get to doing the live and then you have to set your camera up and then you have to get your screen together and all that extra, I wasn't completely comfortable with that. I'm like, you do everything and just tell me when to talk when the green light comes on. So
just point at me.
But it helps me understand it better. So I'm getting more and more comfortable with it. So
it comes across that way.
Not I.
Good, because sometimes I come out of that room and y'all, I'm dripping sweat, I'm covered everywhere. And he's like, what was you in there doing? You were just sitting down talking. I'm like, I don't know. I was nervous this week. So sometimes I just be so glad it comes across on camera nicely, because if I stand up, y'all gonna be like, did she pee on herself?
Wait a minute.
I'll be nervous. But I do want to know, what gave you the idea about like a boutique? What gave you that idea?
Well, like I was telling Lillian, I had, before COVID and everything hit, I knew I was about to retire from doing hair. I started, the Girl Teak was first. That was for, the business with myself and Erin, the twin girls clothes. And then I decided to go ahead and branch out, because I'm going to be at home. Like, what stuff I can do at home, I can get paid in my sleep.
Yeah.
That's where that came from. And merging, fashion and makeup and hair, I mean, it all goes together. So to still be able to get that feel that you get from doing hair, and, I needed to keep that creativity part going.
Oh, okay. So you are seriously retiring from hair. How do y'all do it?
Well, I had no choice. No,
I go through anxiety. If I don't have a dryer and no client, I have anxiety. I'm like, okay, my hands start getting ashy. I need some conditioner on these knuckles.
But I had no choice. I had to because my hands start cramping up after 2 hours of doing hair. My hands would cramp up. I had to stop. That's what I was telling Nicole.
Oh,
Yeah, I had
my
to.
God. No way.
And for me, I'm good with my decision. It was just giving up my weekends and my eating. I didn't want to have to, I was tired of running around. And like I said, with the wigs, I get that feel of being able to color them and style them. You know, that still gives me that, okay, I'm doing hair.
Okay. So that makes
I still got girls, so I still got to do their hair.
I still got the girls. I still got me. So
right, yeah. And you were always your biggest client.
You know.
You really are. I'm like, if she comes out with another purple shade, I'm like, okay.
And wait a minute. And why is purple gonna be coming up in a few weeks?
I can't deal.
I can't decide if it's gonna be purple or blue and purple. I'm on that.
You're always doing something, but it's super fun. I've gotten away from wearing the hair. And so since y'all know I was like a weave queen, you know, weave gave us powers. It was something different. So
it was the glue that bonded us.
Yeah.
It was the glue that bonded us, right?
Yeah.
And it was so crazy because when I decided, and it's funny because I haven't really told anybody, but y'all gonna be the first to hear. So I've started writing a book about it because a lot of people don't know why I decided to give it up. I mean, most people that know me, literally, they've never seen my real hair. And so in this ebook that I'm writing, it'll be both an ebook and an actual paperback. It sort of goes into, it starts from, you know, my childhood, and the title of it is Being Locked Up, Never Felt So Free.
Okay.
And so I came up with that because, you know, most people would assume, okay, she just, you know, wanted to change her hair up, but really it was an insecurity in me that was the reason I continued to wear it, or felt like, you know, that's when I was at my cutest, you know. And so in the book, I just really go into how I think I started wearing it as a protective mechanism. You know, I kind of speak about it being a place, you know, when you're picked on as a kid for having your certain hair texture or your hair being short. Even though I like short hair, since people ridiculed me for it, I really didn't ever step out in it until I got older, because I was like, well, it doesn't even really matter. I like my hair short. So, but it was just a long line of, and so in the book, I talk about how I think I wore it to keep people from being able to ridicule this little girl inside me, you know? And so I talk about how, even though it's a journey about locks on the outside, on the inside, it's really a freeing process to be able to like the way I look with my own hair, and just accept myself the way I am. And I know it's like a catch-22, because when you're a hairstylist, you know, people think, oh, hairstylists don't care, they just wear whatever. But a lot of people don't know that what really started my calling into doing hair was that I wanted to be able to put self-esteem into women. I love how a woman could come into your chair, have a hat on and covering everything up. And you know how by the time they leave their chair, they doing all of this. And, you know, they just with totally different.
They're American Next Top Model, right?
Exactly. And I just really, after years, it really came to me about 2 years ago. And I really was like, wow, all them years of putting something, I put it like all those years of planting into others grew something in me. So it was really, the book has really turned out to be something I never thought it would be. You know, you don't really know that you have all these feelings and emotions, and a lot of it really wasn't healed in me. So I'm going to be finishing it up. I'm looking to have it done by the 1st of the year, but being locked up never felt so free.
Awesome.
Look at you.
And look how many people you're going to be able to help.
Right. I love that title.
Yeah, it was crazy how it came, but I started I started another Instagram page, and it's actually under the name Locksmith 2020. So I started that just to get just some promotion in on the book. I'm gonna have the t-shirts made with the title on it, so just kind of get the name out there. And it started as just a hashtag. And then when I started charting the journey of me growing my locks out, because y'all know they started out like, I remember when
little knots. Yeah.
And so it was humbling, and it was sort of like empowering to just be able to be me. You know, I have never done that. And being 41, I'm like, okay, it's time to be comfortable in my own skin. And that's where it came from. So I'm excited about it. I'm really excited about it.
Look at you glowing.
Girl, it's crazy.
I'm excited for you.
It's crazy. So
look at my friends all grown up. Oh my God.
I'm telling you, right? How childish was I?
All of us, we was off the hook.
Right. Nicole was talking about how we was at Penny's, and remember how we used to all like have on like 4-inch heels coming to work, swearing 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
Saturday, they couldn't tell us nothing.
Cute.
You know, it was really mostly you and Nicole, though, now that I think back.
No, ma'am. You was right there with us. If not,
yes, you were.
Right.
Yes, you were.
I was always doing way too much.
If memory serves, we both had on them thigh-high boots. Why you playing?
Oh, yeah. You know what? I have not found any boots that act like them boots to this day. They had the perfect heel.
Yes.
They came up to the perfect length.
Yes.
Those were amazing.
And they were comfortable.
Nobody would have ever guessed I got them from JCPenney's. And I had to retire them, y'all, because literally I had scraped all the, when you can see the heel. Yeah, I wore mine so you could see that heel.
One day I was walking on the sidewalk and I heard the scrape. I said, I gotta have a memorial service for these boots now.
Oh yeah, they were scarred up bad.
I never had a paycheck. It all went back to JCPenney.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, every last one of them.
Yeah, that's so true. Oh man, I remember working. Yeah, when I moved down here in Texas, I actually went to JCPenney and worked there.
Did you?
I worked there for about I want to say it was probably a year and some months. But yeah, I was down to where I was working 1 day a week. And I'm telling you, I worked there carrying the baby. Because I was like, they got good stuff. I was like, well, let me just work 1 day a week because it was really about that discount. I'm telling y'all, I literally, I went on maternity leave on a Wednesday and I delivered on Sunday.
Yep. That discount kept us.
Oh, yeah, it did.
I'm like, I still have appliances from JCPenney right now today.
JCPenney's, I think it dressed my wedding party.
I'm telling you, that discount was something. I know I went back a couple times, like
Okay.
go back to Betty's.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was crazy. You know, what I found out about Penny's though, which is why they keep their employees. I didn't know that you can work there on and off, and if you've had enough years there, you can retire. Say if you were 5 years from retirement age, you can go back to J.C. Penney's if you accrued enough time and retire from J.C. Penney.
I didn't know that.
I did not either, but you know, the
I would have
corporate
known.
down here in Plano, Texas. So we did a lot of the ladies from the corporate office, and that's how I found out about it. I was like, really? She said, oh yeah. She said you can come back in your 50s and retire at 55.
Get
and
out.
it was mind blowing, and they give you a lifetime discount to the store.
Girl,
that's worth it.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
So now you see all those elderly people in JCPenney.
Now you know why.
They come home back. Well, their benefits were always good.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was there, I was as a part-time employee. I was investing in their 401k.
I did too.
Yeah. It was
right along with me.
Yeah. And plus, we had a cool manager because Dave didn't care about nothing. He didn't care what we did back there.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about him. That is too funny. I did. But
Dave was the best store manager ever. He didn't care about nothing we did in that salon.
He was, he really was nice. I think he had a thing for you. Now that I think about it, Lord, where's your husband at while I'm talking crazy?
Well, in my defense, that was before I was married, and that was a lot moons ago. And I didn't like Dave because I remember the first time I met him when he first got hired, and he was like, "Can you cut my hair?" And I was like, "I don't cut men's hair." He was like, "What?" I was like, I don't cut men's hair." He's like, "Don't you work in the salon?" I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "Don't you know I'm the store manager?" I'm like, "Uh-huh."
Which is why I'm gonna help you out and not mess you up.
Hey, cut your hair.
I don't cut men's hair. He said, "Why?" I just don't. And I'm nice to meet you.
Yeah, I think that's so true. I do remember him asking you that. I'm like, but again, that just goes to show my point, because it was 90 of us in the salon, and he comes to the one person that don't cut men's hair.
You know that.
I'm like, really? I'm like, I know what you want. You just want to be sitting at eye level. Don't play with me. I'm not doing you. I know what you was up to.
Well, he ended up going, where'd he go to?
I think D. Didn't D cut his hair?
I think D cut his hair. It was D and what's her name? The redhead. What's her name? You know. Allison. He went to Allison.
Oh yeah. I still have her on my social media too. I see her a lot.
Yeah. Allison's funny. She's always been funny. But she's the best waxer on the planet.
Oh my God. And that blow dry style with that brush, she don't know. She's standing next to me. She taught me everything I needed to know about a blow dryer and a brush. I said, girl, that blow dryer and that brush, you can do more than hair with that. Quit playing.
He taught me to wax.
Okay. Yeah, she was
really?
Yep. I could not wax eyebrows. She showed me.
And then she gets those tweezers out and just get a couple. I'm like, you are the truth. Do you hear me?
I remember too, because one day I said, Allison, let me borrow your tweezers. She said, if they hit the ground, you bought them. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. He didn't mess around.
But yeah. Oh man, that is too funny. That is too funny. But I heard they were closing that store down anyway.
Yeah, I heard that too.
In Indiana, I think I ran into Marsha when I visited home probably about 6 months ago. And she told me that they were closing it down. So she finally left. So I was like, oh, okay, wow. But yeah, that was good times. Great times.
Yes.
I'm not going to even say nothing.
Right. You're live, so
Oh, Sierra said they closed.
yeah.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
closed? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep. Hi, Mary. Hey, girl. Mary said they closed too.
Oh wow. Hey Mary. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen her in so long. And you know what? That's what I hate about social media. You will swear you have friends on social media. Like that's the only place I see people is on social media.
No, Mary, since you left, is my weestress. I haven't been to her since the COVID, but Mary was sewing me up. Her was taking care of
my goodness.
And
Yeah.
Mary didn't burn my neck like some people did.
Oh well, you know when
Mary didn't spray. Mary didn't spray my eye. Mary didn't spray like you did.
Right. You know what we say? You didn't get burned, it was the steam.
That wasn't steam, that was straight flat iron.
You know what?
It was missing.
You are absolutely right, because I think out of the 20 years I've known you, that was the first time I heard you say a profound cuss word.
That was the only time.
In front of the manager. I was like, did she cuss? Yeah, she screamed out
on her wedding
and
day.
said a cuss word.
Yeah, because Lord forgive me, because Jesus didn't come out that moment, because that was straight skin that was missing. I was like, oh my, and what did she do? Leaned all on my back, just I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad. Just dying.
I was cracking up because of what you said.
Because I don't cuss.
Because oh man, I was like, that must have really hurt. I was dying behind it. Dying.
Knowing I'm about to get married in 3 hours.
Right. Only to go on your honeymoon and be reminded when that chlorine hits the back of your neck.
On a water ride, and the chlorine hits the back. I'm like, why does my neck burn? I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Courtney burnt my neck.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I sure did. Burnt you right up. That was so crazy. But I burned you a lot then, though. And I used the Marcells. I wasn't one to use no ceramics. I used Marcells. So when you got burnt,
I was burnt.
You needed aloe vera. That's what you needed. You needed aloe vera, yeah.
And she would laugh every time. So it was, but the funny thing was, the more I got burnt or sprayed in the eye, the cuter the hairstyle was.
Exactly. It was so cute, and I really only burnt you.
Just me. No other client. Nobody else. Just me. Not. She would do the girls' hair. She wouldn't hurt them, burn them. She would give them nothing but love and talk sweet nothings to them. And talk like, oh, the baby, and now y'all just so cute.
I got your mama.
Got your mama. I'm gonna burn her.
Yeah, I got you back for everybody else that didn't say nothing to you that you talked about.
Maybe that's what it was.
You know what? They thought Lillian was so holy. She would be talking about them in their faces, and they would not say anything back.
It was jokes, though.
Oh my goodness! I would be like, "Y'all not gonna say it? Y'all gonna let her get away with that?"
That was your one line every time. You're like, "Y'all ain't gonna say nothing to her."
I'm telling you, she had them fooled. I said, y'all act like she's Jesus standing right here. If y'all don't say something, nope, not a word. But let me had said something, they would have been to the manager and everything else.
But wait a minute, the only person that would give me besides you was Mr. Michael.
Oh yeah, rightfully so. Rightfully so.
Me have it. And then some.
That is too funny, man. Oh my God. Yeah, he made the store amazing. Like literally once he was gone, I didn't want to work there no more. I was like, you know what? It's just not the same. I cannot even come. It's not the same. And I had a dream about that one time.
Did you?
I had a dream about it one time, and I was like, that's crazy. But yeah, Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, nope. I was ready to leave after that. I was like, well, that made it easy because
Not that made it easy.
that made it
I
easy.
was coming
It did.
Yeah.
Hello, Miss
Get on my
Nikki.
nerve. It was because since I was left-handed and I had the shampoo next to him, and he would always be like,
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Miss Lillian, could you please get your butt off of me? Be like, look, first of all, I was here first.
All the time.
I didn't ask you to come over here. It's like resting on a shelf. I'm like, would you move?
But what was crazy is if he hadn't shampooed, I mean, he would make love to the head he shampooed his clients a solid 17 minutes.
Forever.
I'm like, I like rubbing up against Lillian because you were done with her hair 3 shampoos ago. Yeah. I'm like, if you don't get away from the shampoo area, I believe it was more to that.
Nah, I wasn't more than that. I'm tired of you talking about everybody was in love with me.
Oh, I remember because at people's reaction, you know how people don't know. When I'm very observant, I have to tell my husband this. I watch everybody and everything. But since I talk so much, people don't think I'm paying attention at the same time. Yeah,
you thought the guy in the jury department had a low-key crush on me. No, he didn't.
Yes.
Because wait a minute, because I literally basically had a church dress on, literally, like you might as well call it a choir uniform dress. It was basically just basic blue, just basic church dress.
Yes. And what did he say?
I don't remember.
Yeah. He complimented this dress that me and him both know was hideous. It was literally, it was hideous. And I was like, when he said it, I was like,
it was Sunday's best choir, like, you know, the choir director, like, say, everybody need to get this dress and wear that type of dress. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And don't nobody want to wear it, but you got to. It was that dress.
Yeah, that was exactly it was
choir robe dress, that dress. It was that.
I was like, what? Damn, all the stuff she wears in here, you didn't bypass knee-high boots, skirts with puts up to the thigh. You have fishnet hose. You have bypassed
I ain't never had no fishnet. And
to compliment
this is before Jesus found me. I just didn't look at him.
I'm like, you done went around everything and stopped at the Cinderella dress. I'm like, yeah, you like her, yeah, for real. Oh my goodness, it was terrible. Single worst thing you ever wore.
You know what?
You got my jaws hurt.
You're so stupid.
It was terrible, but yeah, that's too funny. Oh wow,
wow.
Too
but no,
funny.
but the day that Mr. Michael was in love with you was Halloween when you decided to come in as Catwoman.
Oh, when I was Catwoman. Oh yeah, I think I was doing it with that black. That ain't even the first. That wasn't even the last time. I think I may have got a Catwoman suit down here as well because it's so popular.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it hits different. I wore that all over the city.
That's when he made those chocolate chip cookies, and he made sure that you were the first one to get some.
Right. He's like, I can appreciate.
Like, why can't I get some? No, I gotta make sure Miss Courtney get them. I was like, ain't that about a blip?
But you know what? What is crazy about Michael is he single-handedly changed my life. And I tell people this all the time because I used to come in there and I would be eating candy and chocolate. I ate whatever I wanted. And one day I was standing over by his area and he said, you know, Miss Courtney, if you keep eating the way you're eating, by the time you get 30, you're not going to have that cute little shape you got there. It's going to be gone. I mean, literally, he was so
like him.
He was like, by the time you were 30, you are going to have a mom bod. Your metabolism slows down. No kidding, y'all. I'm telling you.
You had no filter.
No, he didn't.
None. But I literally started taking my health more seriously after that.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the day I went to this funeral, I was like, you saved my life. Because I would have been Mrs. 5 by 5. I'd have been 5 feet tall and 5 feet wide.
Why are you dumb?
So I thank him for that because I changed my whole game around. I'm like, I cannot do that no more. Wow. Yeah, but that was funny. I used to eat anything. I would put anything in my body. I did not care.
Well, it didn't help none that he would come in there and bringing food, though. He would say that, but then he would come in there and bringing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, he had gained some weight, though. Remember when he started working out and lost all that weight?
All that weight.
It was I was like, really? Yeah, he lost it all. I'm like, you serious?
Yeah,
he sure did. And I was like, oh, now you get cute and skinny. You won't call me out. But yeah.
Mom bod.
Okay. But wait a minute. This is what made me mad when we went to his funeral and I was sitting next to you and you looked at me and said, why don't you just go up there and do the eulogy? Because you just repeating saying all the scriptures your doggone self. I wanted to smack you so bad.
Right. Okay. And that was at a time when I tell y'all I didn't know nothing about the word. You know how you raised in church, and I literally had about 6 scriptures I knew right offhand, and that was probably from watching movies. It was bad. It was bad. So when I was sitting there next to her, and they talking, and she's like, yeah, Genesis 2 and 6, yeah. I'm like, I'm telling y'all, you know how people do it during and they going through it, and we just gonna pray and by God's power. And she's like, yes, Lord, Ephesians 1 and 11. I'm like, you know what? So it's too funny though, because I remember I used to always say, because I wasn't into the word the way I am now. Back then, I used to be like, Lil, say a prayer for me. You know you closer to God. You know you closer to Jesus. So tell him this is what I need. I knew he wasn't gonna listen to me because y'all, when I tell y'all I was a straight,
I know. That's why when I saw you on Instagram, I was like, who this?
Oh no, I was going to hell. No, you know how people tiptoe into hell. I was crashing in. I was proud to go. It was crazy. It was crazy. And then once I started getting into it, I was like, oh, okay. It all makes sense now. Because I'm telling you, I was something else.
Yeah, I remember because you cracked me up. You was like, I just wish that I would have met you before you found Jesus so we can get high together. I'm like, what?
I remember because when I tell you, and it was so crazy, I would go to interviews blowed simply because I knew I was going to come to work that way. And I didn't want you to be able to tell the difference after you hired me versus the interview.
I want you to see the real me right now.
So there's no, I'm telling you, and it's crazy. Because people that knew me then, when I tell them the stuff I don't do now, I don't think they believe me, y'all. I'm just going to keep it real. I think they think I'm lying. I think they think I'm lying because it was crazy. But, I mean, I don't know. I guess you live and you learn. But it was so crazy how it never dawned on me then. And she was all sanctified.
You was in it.
Oh, yeah. So it was nothing to me. It was nothing to me. And now I just be like, oh my goodness, that's so crazy. know that I'm still reaping what I sowed. Know that, because that is a true fact. I'm like, yeah, I stopped, but yeah, the harvest is always bigger than the seed.
Girl,
So
we
I'm
all
definitely
do.
thankful for it. So
I
yeah,
mean, hey.
seriously.
Oh, but real quick, tell everybody about your business before we start rambling off again.
Oh, okay. So, the Body Emporium. Okay. So this is an online platform, and it's an online learning platform mainly geared towards professionals. So if you already have a license in cosmetology or aesthetics, so that's really what it's geared for. Now I have integrated some e-cookbook that's there, a helping living class that's on there. I got managing natural hair, eyebrow waxing. So simple things that people can do that will kind of give them some skills to do some stuff, even if they want to do it at home. Now, some of the stuff, like I have a dermaplane class on there, some of those things, well, you need to be obviously a licensed professional to use them. And then in some states, even then, you still wouldn't be able to use it. But for the most part, it's definitely for the professionals and anybody looking to get into the beauty industry. Because, you know, we know when you go to school, there's certain things that they teach you, but there's certain things that they don't teach you. You know, you know about hair, you know the basics, you know the theory, but that doesn't teach you how to twist locks, for instance. You know what I mean? That doesn't teach you how to properly do a sew-in. They're not teaching how to put a lace front on in the hair school, you know. So I try to steer towards classes that you wouldn't get in the general course if you were just taking the 1,500 hours. So initially when I started it, it was just going to be because I'm looking to open up an actual brick and mortar school. So I really think that the industry needs to change the way that we educate and start educating stylists to only be entrepreneurs. So that was the reason I wanted to start the school, because I think people need to read certain books and be set on a certain path. And if the students do that, then they'll have it set in their mind that this is a field that you go into where you come out and you want to be your own entrepreneur. So the school should, it will teach you how to have an online presence. It'll teach you how to build a beauty brand. It won't just be a school that teaches you how to do hair, because that's only a little bit of the business. Marketing is a huge part of what we do as stylists, and they don't teach you how to market in the school. So that all has to be picked up on your own. And so the school I'm looking to create teaches you how to market yourself as an entrepreneur. And the online portion is going to mainly focus right now on, I'm looking to get accredited so it can be considered continuing education classes for professionals, as well as general classes for the general public. So that's what I'm working on to see if they'll have it accredited. That way, when it's time to renew your license, you can log on to the university and take these classes as CE education classes. So that was really where I started with it. But yeah, it's just so much that needs to be put into cosmetology school versus what I see. And I've worked at cosmetology school. I worked at one for 2 years. And that was the one thing I encountered with my students teaching aesthetics, is that they could do a facial, they can do an enzyme, they can do a chemical peel, but they were scared to market themselves outside. If I said, okay, don't come back to class without a client, a lot of them were nervous as to how to go out into the public and pass out your card and, hey, introduce yourself, tell them what you do, offer them a discount or something to get them into your salon. And so I've seen that it was confidence. The lack of confidence is what most of my students lacked. And if someone was already in their chair, they were good. But getting those people in their chair, which is another class that I'm doing a master program on how to not only build your clientele, but retain it. And so marketing is going to go into that, building up your self-esteem and just getting people up to date with today's technology. You know, it's not like it was where we could literally pass out flyers. I mean, I live in a city where it's humongous. There's no way you can pass out flyers in this city. You know, you are going to have to do some online marketing to be able to get your name out there. So I want to just incorporate all of this. And just when COVID hit, doing the online portion was perfect because there was no other option. Since down here in Texas, that was the first thing they closed down, was all the barbershops and all the salons. And so I was like, well, we need an online presence anyway, just for people that aren't comfortable with coming in. But I'm definitely looking to get building so I can have a practical place for these students to come. So that's how it all started, just trying to, you know, feed into the students what I know, all the great things about the beauty industry. So, and with excitement, you know, with passion, you know, you have those instructors that are just mediocre, and that does the industry no justice, you know. So I took my kids on field trips everywhere. I took them to laser institutes, and you know, it really helps. So yeah, that was just exposure and getting them to understand that you are an entrepreneur first. So yeah.
All right.
So that's the bodyemporium.org.
Now, you still doing the health thing, right?
So yeah, now, you're talking about the products as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can order them on this same website. Now that you'll find that in my self-care store. So I still do the online marketing of the products. So the sunrise, the sunset, the nitro. When I tell y'all this stuff is amazing. It literally still is to this day the only thing I put into my system. That's the only thing I've ever given my 5-year-old is these vitamins. She's never had immunization. She's never had so much as an ear infection. She's only taken these vitamins. And so if you go to the bodyemporium.org, you can find those in the self-care store, or you can go to womanwarrior.kayani.net and just log on and order the Triangle of Health. It's a game changer. It is definitely a game changer. That kind of got me started on the health kick. And after that, it just took a life of its own. I was like, forget it. I'm gonna stop eating meat. I'm gonna stop doing this. And it's just one thing led to another. But I can say at 41, I'm in the best health of my life. So
girl, because I remember, because I ordered it from you.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, because I got it from me and Mr. Man.
Oh yeah, I remember, and we appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, but it's when I say it's so many vitamins on the shelf that when you tell people about vitamins, a lot of times they're skeptical because they're like, well, what is it? You know, okay, I can just take a one a day. And I'm like, y'all have no idea the difference water soluble vitamins do for your body. I mean, and the fact that they're all natural, and also the fact that none of the ingredients are from U.S. soil. So that's major because a lot of other places around the world do not allow GMO, whereas we allow it. So just for the products to all be put together with superfoods from other parts of the country in concentrated forms, because people hear it and they're like, oh, so it's just blueberries, it's just blueberry juice. And I'm like, well, it's extracts. So they're taking the most potent blueberries in the world and taking it from the most potent part of the fruit. So it just, it does wonders. People stop craving sweets taking these vitamins. Definitely, y'all see the video with my shakes, which is a meal replacement shake that I have that's out now, because so many people were worried about, oh my goodness, what about a weight loss portion of it? And so they came out with that. We have the little shots, the orange shots, and that's just made with natural caffeine that you can take for energy, because some people truly like taking the monster drinks and stuff like that, things that are really bad for your heart and your body. So we really only have about 6 products total, which I love, because I didn't want a whole lot of nothing. But to be able to have a triangle of health, the sunset gives you amazing sleep. Most people, if they check their sunset pills, if they check their vitamin E pills, they'll see that 99% of vitamins use tocopherol in their vitamin E, and that's what it's going to say on the bottle. Whereas in the sunset, the Kyani sunset, they use tocotrienols, which is the highest, most potent form of vitamin E that you'll ever be exposed to. And it's good for everything. I know women that took this when they were pregnant, and I know women that took it and got pregnant. So it's really, seriously, because the nitro drops, they open up your circulation. So people that I know that suffer from things like, how if you're diabetic, the blood pressure is not always on point. Well, it kind of helps with that. I took it for my sciatica when I had back pain, and I suffered with that sciatic pain for about 6 months. And it's not something like pain medicine that just masks the problem. Like my sciatic pain is gone totally. So it's a body healer. It doesn't just cover up, it heals. So I cannot say enough about those vitamins. We've been doing this 4 years, so I'm in that for life. And not only that, they have a Kyani Care Plan. So they add $1 for every $100 that goes through my back office. So it's almost like a retirement plan for a stylist. And at the age of 60, I can cash that out.
Shut up.
The thing is, it starts over. And the even better thing is every year, whatever's in my account is compounded by 10%. So every year it compounds by 10%. Whatever the total is, it compounds by 10%, which I don't know any 401k that does that. No, it's just crazy. No. So if something happens to me, it goes to my children. So I can even will that to the kids. So that was one of the things that really sold me on it. Because, as a stylist, if you're an entrepreneur, you don't have a 401k. No. So that was huge for me. And one of the major reasons that, aside from the benefits, that I stay with it. So, yep, I just do it.
I was telling Nicole before you got on here, I was like, yeah, she didn't went vegan on me. I said, but I told her when I come to Texas, I'm going to eat some meat. I don't care.
Is so true.
I'm going to eat a slab of rib. I'm eating some tacos. I don't care.
Oh
Right in
yeah.
front of you, right in front of you.
And what's crazy is, I mean, I do the substitute. So I do some of like the vegan chorizo, and we eat tons of tacos around here. So I will get some of the meat substitutes and eat
No,
them. But
I want no
yeah, I
substitute.
know when people come to Texas, they just, Texas is known for being fat.
Yeah.
Everything's bigger in Texas. The pancake is this big. Everything is huge. It's crazy. Like, it's no wonder it's so many people here with health issues. And we got 1,000 gyms as well. So that helps. But yeah,
Mhm.
it's crazy. But I'm telling you, I don't know. It started out one day. I literally just woke up one day and said, okay, today I'm not going to eat any meat today. And I just didn't eat meat that day. And then the next day I was like, I like how I feel. I don't think I'm going to eat it today. And the next day I woke up and was like, I feel even better. I am not going to eat it today. And that's just how it started. I was just doing a challenge with myself to see how long I could go, and never went back. It'll be 3.5 years this year. So
That's
it was
amazing.
it was crazy. And I'm like, wow, but it helped me to explore other foods. Like, when you eat meat, you really don't know. You eat a lot of the same foods all the time. So not eating meat forced me to be like, okay, what am I going to do with these chickpeas? I got to figure out something to do with these black beans, and, use lentils. And I make all the same foods I did before. And, most people think, oh, it's all vegetables, or they'll have salads. Oh my God, I hate when people do that. Oh yeah, we'll have something vegetarian and it's a salad. I'm like, that's not vegetarian. Everybody eats a salad. What are we talking about? So, but it opens up so much stuff for you to eat that it's like, okay, I didn't even know this could be that good. So I love it. I would never go back. I did contemplate eating fish for a little while, but I mean, I find a vegan way to make it, since everything, really the only thing that makes meat so good is what? The seasonings you put on it. And all the seasonings are plants. If you just had a regular steak and you didn't put anything on it, I'm like, what makes it good is the parsley and the garlic powder and the onion powder. And so everything has the flavor is from the plant. And y'all know, y'all don't want me to get on how we've given ourselves all these generational curses by our diet and what we continue to eat. That was another thing, is like, it's so many people are like, oh, this is hereditary. I'm like, no, this is your food habit is hereditary. And that's why you're dealing with what you're doing. And I'm not going to go there.
I appreciate
it. It is what it is. Plain and simple. You know what, Lily? You better be glad I can't reach you right now.
I know. Because I was telling Tony, I was like, this is the same girl that used to be like, let's go to Applebee's for lunch. You know what I'm saying? She's taking the better executive lunches and pissing Joanne off when we get back.
Oh yeah, because I need, after fast food, you have to eat better and better every day. So yeah, that's super crazy. But there's a lot of places down here that cater to. So that really helps, because I think that was what my husband was up against. He was a meat eater. Most men are. So when I wasn't eating meat, it was funny because he would want to taste my food. I would fix him something with meat in it, and then I would just eat what I'm going to eat. And he got to where he was like, God, everything that you eat tastes just as good, if not better. And I'm like, yeah. And afterwards, I don't have the itis. Imagine that.
Right.
And so he eventually one day was just like, okay, I'm not going to eat any meat. And I was like, I made him meat the next day because I thought he was lying. I said, well, let me make him something to eat. And he was like, I told you I'm not eating it. And so, and the kids were kind of tricked. I had started buying a few vegan things. They didn't even know it wasn't meat.
Not you tricked
They didn't
them.
read anything. They were eating it. And then after about 2 weeks, my daughter was like, hold on. These are not chicken nuggets. Wait a minute. And I'm like, you're right. They're vegan. So now that I know you can eat it and digest it and you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
What about Lexi?
So Lexi totally hates the idea. She would probably never do it because she just, you know how kids are.
That's how you raised her.
And that was another thing is because like literally my diet was totally different back then. So when I come home and I make certain stuff, like she likes the dip that I make that's like a vegan, you know, the nacho dip that you eat with at a game or whatever. So I make that. And literally most people can't even tell the difference. They're like, meat, this isn't meat in here. So half of them don't even know that it's not meat. But yeah, she totally was like, yeah, I don't know if I would be doing that. But I mean, like you said, that's a lot of my fault because I mean, it was, you know, I raised you to eat I think my favorite place was Taco Bell. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. So the kids down here, it's a little different. Now the middle one, Lana, I think she could go either way. She has, when she's down here with us, obviously I don't buy any meat. It's not happening. But she stays with her dad in the summer. So, hey, they, you know, they give her the diabetes. Yeah, they do what they do. And so just detox her when she gets back and keep it moving, you know. So, but I'm just glad that she has the options to know the difference because with her having asthma, you know, she has actually been down here and been able to go almost a year without using her inhaler. And I'm like, that's you know, that's absolutely accredited to what you're putting in your body. Yeah, I mean, and this was a child that was hospitalized at least once a year for a week for the severity of her asthma. So, I mean, we know food plays a serious part in our health and how it goes, what direction. And as long as she knows the difference, hey, all I can do is teach you. When you get grown, what you do is what you do. But she's definitely seen the differences. And the little one, she doesn't know anything. She's my little protege. She's like, I can have a vegan burger. She's like, we don't eat burgers. I'm like, it's a veggie burger, Addison. So she doesn't know, you know, she doesn't know anything else. So she's totally fine with only vegan options. So it makes it easy because she doesn't know, you know. So when you don't know, you're okay.
Yeah, but yeah. So funny. This show is technically only supposed to be an hour.
Oh, was it?
That's why I put that little tag at the bottom. That you want to watch the rest of the show, watch it on my page. So I had to take off the other station because I know they was probably like, you supposed to have been off the air 45 minutes ago.
Like, we about to charge you. We see.
So yeah, but that's all right.
That's all right.
On my page is free.
You are so sad. Oh, that's super good. I'm just glad I was able to get on in enough time.
I know.
That's all.
I was like, she'll get here. She'll show up.
Oh yeah.
But I knew it was gonna be turned into a reunion though. I knew it was going to. That's why I'm not even tripping. Not even tripping. And then I'm gonna go back and watch it and laugh.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Because we'll be on YouTube too.
Oh yeah, because it's going to
Yeah, I'm like, man, this is nothing but a comedy show, and I love every
Courtney,
bit of it.
I'm trying to get where she's at. I said baby steps.
Huh?
Because I was telling Courtney, I'm trying to get where she's at. I said baby steps. Right now, I'm more pescatarian.
Girl, I ain't gonna lie, I will never be where Courtney's at
I'm
ever.
trying.
Unless a doctor be like, you got to.
That burger you made, but I said Lillian's nice.
Girl, that was a brontosaurus burger. You hear me?
I think there was some breakfast food on that burger. I said, now you know what? If you don't fix it, Jesus, if you don't fix it, because I swear she had breakfast and waffles, and this was a evening burger. Oh, it was crazy. I was like, oh my God.
It was about this thick, and then I never put a fried egg on top.
The brontosaurus. You know, I'm really into juicing. Now we juice a lot. We juice every day.
Now I will make me a smoothie, and Marcus don't like them because he said they're not sweet. I'm like, they're not supposed to be sweet.
Yeah, I like the juice.
You know what?
Yeah, because I'm like,
it's not sweet. Really, a smoothie is not sweet.
He's like, it's not sweet. He wants me to like put some sugar in it. I'm like, it's not supposed to be sweet. I'm like, no. I'm like, it's got bananas in it. It's got strawberries in it. It's got pears in it. It's got
that's sweet.
Natural sugar.
Thank you.
Sweet.
He said, this ain't sweet. I'm like, it is sweet. He said, you can't put no sugar in it. I was like, well, you ain't drinking it.
You know what? He better be glad he ain't got my kidney, because I'm gonna ask for it back. The way you acting. What do you mean ain't no sugar in the smoothie? You know what? No, you don't get to ruin somebody else's kidney. You know what?
it wasn't sweet. So, but he got his sweet tooth has changed though since he did get that kidney. It's gotten sweeter. It's weird. This new kidney like sweeter stuff now. So it's weird. I'm like, okay, this new kidney got a sweet tooth.
We'll blame it on the donor.
Yeah, the donor got a sweet tooth.
That's so
because after eating that, he's like, "Well, we got sweet."
But I still think it's cool.
Yeah, but it's funny.
Yeah, it's still cool to go to do like gradual. I mean, I think that's cool. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's bad. Even people that still eat meat, like, it's just not my preference. But I don't think it's like horrible. I used to always tell my students, like, okay, just don't eat it every day. You don't have to eat it every day. I think that even helps more than just, because you still deal with some issues, even being vegan or vegetarian. You definitely need to take supplements, because it's just a different form. Plants and stuff fill you up to where you won't even eat as much. So it's not like most people think you're hungry, but no, actually you get fuller faster, but you get full before you've met all your daily requirements for the day. So that's another reason that you need to make sure you're taking supplements and things like that. So, I mean, you run into the issues, and even a lot of that vegan stuff that's on the market, a lot of that soy and processed meat, a lot of that is not good to eat, even, especially on an everyday basis. Tofu, I mean, yeah, it's okay, but really the fermented tofu is the best for you, and we don't serve that in the US. So, like overseas, they kind of get more into that, where we in the US have the most unhealthiest form of tofu. So, I mean, I actually followed a lady's story that she had been vegan for 10 years, and her diet consisted mostly of tofu-based meats. And, even she was a cancer survivor, and she absolutely knows a lot of it was due to the soy content that she was putting in her body. So, like with anything, I don't think people are kind of misled when it's like, oh, it's no meat. Yeah, but some of that vegan stuff still needs to be avoided. Like, seriously. So it takes some doing some research. It's not just oh, I'm gonna stop eating meat because you're gonna be malnourished. If you don't know what to put together and what to eat and how to get all your nutrients, that can kind of be dangerous too. So
yeah, because I when I had my allergy my sinus surgery done, and they had to do allergy tests, I found out that I'm allergic to soy, the egg whites, not the yolk, the whites. Most people, that's it, usually in reverse, but now my crazy butt's allergic to the whites.
yeah,
Milk, which I knew,
right.
and
Well,
wheat,
it's for a baby cow, so there's that.
wheat. You know what? Wheat and it was something else that was real dumb, and corn. I said, so basically the planet, everything I can't eat. That's what you tell me. They was
Yeah.
like, well, they was like, they won't kill. They said it won't kill you, but it will build up mucus. I'm like,
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's stupid. So then, and then what? Oh, then they told me I'm allergic to, like, I don't know how many different trees and grasses and stuff like that. So now I got to get an allergy shot every week now. But the funny thing is, after I had my surgery done, the dark circles that I had under my eyes left.
Mm-hmm. And that makes sense because a lot of your face, your face tells what's going on typically in your gut. So
right,
I could definitely see that clearing up after the fact, because that tells a lot. And I mean, you're basically allergic to everything that they make fake in the US. I mean, corn is GMO. The
I mean, it's still there, but it's not as prominent as it was. And I was like, you know what? I said, a lot of women, we just need to go get our allergies tested out. And I was like, y'all might not even need LA concealer like y'all been needing. Y'all can go get your nostrils checked out. And so I have to flush my nose out. This is probably a little TMI, but girl, you'd be amazed what flies out of your nose.
Oh yeah, when you do that cleanse, but I mean, people they really should. I mean, there is no course on nutrition. That's the one thing that you don't know about, and I mean, I would have so many of my students, oh, my hair is doing this, my hair is doing that. I'm like, are we kidding? It is your diet. No, you're not going to grow any hair right there. Sure. It is your diet, so we got to incorporate that because it's so important to just our skin.
Yeah, I mean, with COVID going around, I would suggest everybody to clean their nose out, though. I would suggest that. Get a neti pot.
Oh yeah,
that's or just the other sinus squeeze and just flush it out when you come home when you've been out and about.
That really helps. So I usually boil some citrus peel in a pot on the stove, and I usually make my daughter do it. Just because asthma gets worse with mucus. The more mucus in your body, the worse it gets. So periodically, I have her do that and clean all that mucus out. And I'm like, you are amazed at how many meds you don't need when you keep the mucus down in your body. It's crazy.
Sleep a lot better.
That's a good idea. Now that I think I've done that neti pot like a couple times, but I don't do it really frequently. I think just because it looks weird.
It does, and it feels weird.
Yeah,
but
I have to drop. I got another appointment at 9. But I'm
sorry. Y'all. I saw you kept looking at the clock. I was like, she gonna go. You ain't slick. I saw you going.
I love y'all and
I love you.
Good to see you, Nick.
This is where everybody can see. This is where y'all can catch her at. Make sure y'all look her up. Get her
Oh, yeah.
clothing line. She got
Thank
some
y'all.
dope stuff. See you.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I see.
Oh, that's me. That's
Yeah,
me. I do the same thing.
I was like, thanks. Like I kept sitting there doing like this.
That's too funny. Okay. Because, yeah, when I seen, I was like, Eastern Standard. Oh, Lord, I forgot she's on another time zone.
And that's why I said, and I put in print, I was like, Indiana time. I was like, I bet you don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I did, but it was just like, I didn't get, it was the messaging. So I didn't get my message fooling around. I really have way too many. I have 7 Facebook pages and 4 Instagram pages. So it's just going back and forth. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know. I don't know. It's just a lot to keep up with. Like, I really need a social media expert to do all my pages. Because my daughter helps me.
You need to narrow it down. You got too much.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Because I had to clean up my Instagram page. I said, I got too much crap on my page. So I literally just decided to just take 1 week and focus on my Instagram page and just clean it out. And like some of the stuff I don't even need on here because it's crap. It's pointless. It has nothing to do with what I'm doing. It's just junk. So I just went through all my posts.
What was that I seen? It was something, the live you were on last week when you were talking to the guy about something you're going to be starting.
Yeah, B-Men TV. I'm going to be on their network starting next month in January.
Okay.
It's the premiere date hasn't been set yet, but I'm going to be on his show, well, their network, and I'm going to have my own show on on Thursdays. So,
yes, because I was like, what? Okay, because I hadn't heard about him, but he had some really good stuff to share. That's why I was commenting on every word. I know he's like, who is this fanatic crazy lady?
But nah, he's doing some phenomenal work. Yeah, he really is.
It's gonna be good. So I can't wait. I'm gonna be tuned into that because I really did like what he had to say. So that'll be good. And just I don't know. I feel like when our men take the lead with stuff like that, more people listen, because women, we can always do it, we've always been mentors and teachers and coaches, and we can do all that.
Right.
But I mean, I think
we need more men taking the lead. Yeah.
So that's gonna be amazing. I can't wait for that.
He was on my podcast. It's B-Men TV. But it's still gonna be Worldly Church Girl, the show, but it's B-Men TV. Gotcha. Yeah. So this here, Worldly Church Girl Live, is part of Awesome Guy Radio, which is in a radio show. So thank you, Awesome Guy Radio. So that's what for Friday night.
Yeah.
So B-Men TV is gonna be on Thursday nights.
Yeah.
So So God is opening up some doors that I would have never thought.
Yeah.
So
but that's good though, because you need that platform too, to be able to just, get some things out that people need to know. Yeah. So I think it'll be great. That'll be good. I'm excited to see what it's gonna be. So now, is it a podcast form, or can you be seen, or how does that work?
It's gonna be both.
Okay.
It's gonna be both. It's gonna have my podcast on there, and it's gonna be like this too. It's gonna be interview set form too. So it's gonna be both. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you'll get to see my podcast that I've already posted, and new podcasts is gonna be posted. But then it's going to have actual new shows on there too. So
so it'll be some lives on there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they'll be
Yeah,
pre-recorded.
that'll be awesome.
Yeah, so I won't be as
Oh,
nervous,
okay.
and I can edit.
Okay, so yeah, that's a little. Oh no, that definitely makes a difference. And when you be on camera live and you be like, "We about to take a break."
Girl. Okay.
So yeah, it's definitely different. Well, that'll be what's up. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to that. Be
Yeah.
Men TV.
Yeah. It's on
I knew
Roku
you
right
said
now.
something.
Yeah. It's on Roku. You have
Oh,
Roku?
okay. I don't know. I can't really say. I know I got a few. Actually, my husband would probably be able to better tell me what we have because I'm
Okay.
like, I just know I don't have anything Apple. That I do
Okay.
know for sure.
Okay.
So yeah, really
Okay.
everything else. So like Spotify, yeah. What's the other one that's popular? That's a streaming. Google is something. But yeah,
Netflix,
definitely got that one. Yeah.
Disney,
Okay, no, I don't have that one.
Voodoo.
Yeah.
It's another one. So many of them. Can't keep up with them
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. It's a lot. So dang.
Okay.
Well, but I'll be able to get it. I know.
Okay.
So I'll at least be able to check it out.
Okay.
That's too
If
funny.
y'all still watching, literally, this isn't even a show no more. This is turned into turned into
All about conversation.
a conversation.
A
But
conversation.
pretty basically a catch up. Specifically.
Okay, a pet peeve of mine. Really? No, we're gonna do it from Atlantic. That's what we're gonna
Right.
do.
I specifically want mustard and on the side and the lettuce and tomato in one container
Right.
and the chicken in the other container. So on the ocean, that's what you want.
Oh, that was a pet peeve of mine, I swear.
Oh, that was so funny. That's why
That
like JC Penney's was the best place ever at that time. That was like the comedy relief show ever.
Yeah, it really was. Nothing was better than that. That's too funny. That is too funny. No experience.
Yeah, Saturday
been
from
good.
8 to 2:30 was the best time ever. That was probably the one job that I did not want to get sick on a Saturday. That was probably the one job that I was like, I want to go in.
Yeah.
On a Saturday.
But I think that is the beauty industry overall. Like, I think that's the difference too with a lot of other fields that, I mean, it's nothing like the beauty industry. I feel like it's just so much peace that comes with being in a good environment with people you like. It's unmatched. Like, I would never have been at a call center 5 years. Like, matter of fact, I've never had most jobs a year other than being a hairstylist. Like, can't even.
Every day was different. It was, you never knew what to expect. It wasn't like you knew that, okay, today I got, even if you knew that you was going to do a relaxer and a color and that, but you didn't know if that relaxer was going to be 5 inches of new growth
or a short cut that you relaxed last week and lied.
Right.
Yeah.
Or this person was going to come in with this much hair and talk about, I want to updo. Where, honey? Where?
I want to look like her.
Right. And her hair
is give me your magic wand. Magic sprinkles, please. Who has the fairy dust?
I want my hair to look like Halle Berry, and their hair is this tight. Sis, how?
Man.
No,
yeah, it's always a good time.
Or the bride that comes in and never been in your salon before.
You know what? That has always amazed me. Yeah. Now, I do notice that it's a certain culture of people that do it because most Black Black women have known their stylist, but I don't know how many
I've done
white
plenty
women
of
I have
brides.
done and never met them a day in my life, and I'm doing your hair for the most important day of your life. So
Right.
I appreciate the faith that you had in me, though.
The day
So
of. Matter
that
of fact,
worked out.
3 hours before you going down the aisle, and you come in with this magazine picture talking about, so I want this.
I want this. I'm like,
What?
oh wow.
Okay. All right.
That is too funny, but yeah.
And
they
you
would
come
do
in
that.
with your box of pearl pens.
Right. And can you stick my veil to? Sure.
Right. Or better yet, no picture all, and they just going, I just want it like real, real curly, but kind of
yeah.
in the top. But and here's my veil. I want it like here.
No. My favorite one is can you make it look like it's falling? Yeah,
Yes,
that's what I practice in.
of curls.
Yeah.
Wait a
Making
minute,
it
wait a minute, but the
like
hair
it's falling.
stops right here. But I want a cascade of curls going down my back. Do you have some tracks in your purse?
That's too funny. Yeah.
You guys don't have hair here? No, we do not.
That is crazy. But yeah,
Oh,
that is. I tell people all the time, I'm like, y'all, I don't know what industry y'all are in, but this is by far the best industry to work in. Like, I mean, even switching over, I did aesthetics, so it's still interesting. But the only difference is the clients don't say anything. So when you're getting a facial, you're not saying anything. You're quiet. And it's going to be rude of me to be talking to you nonstop because you're not saying anything back. So, I mean, it is peaceful though. That it was peaceful to do a facial and they don't get to say anything. But it was different because I'm like, wow, I did not know it would be this peaceful doing a client. I'm like, I'm used to somebody whipping around while I have the irons in my hands this far from their scalp, talking about, are you? I'm like, yeah, I'm seriously working on this side of your head. Turn around.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Or and telling me the most intimate parts of their life.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Things that I have no business knowing about you. No, I don't need to know nothing about your personalness, but you're sharing.
Right. And then your husband comes in and I gotta pretend you didn't tell me about your boyfriend and
any of these things.
Oh yeah, very, very industry.
And then
but
go,
it's so crazy because it's like, I mean, when I think about you're gonna need more than prayer. For sure.
If I was Catholic, you need to go to a priest, sis, because
yeah, because you got a lot going on.
Oh that my God.
So yeah, that but it's really
hilarious.
It's crazy. It's super crazy.
It was fun. And I tell people this too. Actually, being a stylist was probably the most unhealthiest thing to do too, because you are touching people's scalp and you don't know what's up under there. Because sometimes you get in there and you are frightened.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I have touched some. I remember taking a comb and parting and be like, "Oh no, I can't do this." And they'd be like, "What?" And be like, "Oh, you know what's up under there? No, I can't do this."
Yeah, I guess it really can be, man.
Because that is intimate. You are touching. You're touching a person. This is intimate right here. We are one right now. It's me and you. We are together.
Yeah, that's so true. I think I may have did some Fact Friday on that too, about how it's really kind of spiritual when you're doing somebody's hair. Oh man, I'm like, yeah. it is pretty. I mean, because who touches your head when you think about it, other than your stylist. I mean,
and maybe that's why they feel compelled to just pour out their soul, because
yeah,
you
because
you touch you rubbing their mind, they might as well just let it all out.
Yep. So I can see that. I can see that because it is some experience. It's some experience, but it's good though.
Because I remember doing their scalp massage, and they just go in. I'd be like, look now.
You're about to cut your service short with all this moaning and groaning. Yeah. Yeah, you're about to cut your service very short.
I'm about to take this towel and just put it on your head and take you to the register. We're done here.
That is so true. But yeah, I would not trade it for the world. It's crazy to think.
I miss it. I really do.
Years. It's like nuts. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. I don't know if it's the fact that
we about to go. If you keep talking, it'll be 3 hours, and they're gonna be like, "Are you for real?" The 3 hour.
Yeah. Facebook, don't be in Facebook jail now, based on a church girl live. You hear me?
Okay, right, because they will real quick be like, "You're done, ma'am. You're done."
Like, well, the only thing I can say is you're gonna have to hang up, because looking at my screen, oh, okay, I see the leave studio button. Okay, because I was getting ready to say, well, now.
Yeah, you stupid.
How do I do this? Okay,
I can click you out before you hurt your brain. But I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, all right. Thanks for having me on.
All right.
All right.
All right. I want to thank my guests, Nicole and Courtney, for coming on. And yeah, this was only supposed to be a 1 hour show, and it turned into 2 hours. So if you stayed on, I really appreciate it. If you left and came back, I appreciate you. But I thank you all for coming. And as always, you guys are the best. I love you all dearly. Please stay safe, be blessed, and as always, thanks for joining your one and only Worldly Church Girl.